This next meditation will be performed while lying on your back. If you'd like an eye pillow, or if you'd like some pillows or supports to put underneath your arms, go ahead and find those right now. And if you'd like to place a couple pillows underneath your knees to support your low back, feel free to set yourself up in a place of comfort. Close your eyes, lie down on your back, now in this meditation, I'm going to say the words she, but if you're a male, please just substitute the words he or him for she or her. Let's begin by noticing your breath. Watch it flow in and out. Watch it rhythmically flow in and out. And as you bring your focus to your breath, you might notice that it begins to stabilize. It begins to slow down just a little bit more. Keep following it in and out without trying to change it, just simply noticing. Throughout this meditation, if your body starts to cramp or feel uncomfortable, feel free to do small, pleasurable movements. And then bring yourself back to a comfortable stillness. Keep breathing in and out, and as you do so, send the warmth of your breath to any tense or sore areas of your body. Imagine your breath warming and releasing these areas. Imagine your body gathering up all the areas of pain and tension on an in-breath, and then releasing them on the out-breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Allow your body to feel safe, comfortable, and at ease. This is your time. If any distracting thoughts or feelings appear, simply allow them to be sent out with each out-breath. Feel a sense of quiet and peace inside as the breath quiets any resistance. Now together, we are going to embark upon a journey. This is a journey into the forest of the unknown. So imagine walking down a path. There's a peacefulness to this place around you. As you walk, absorb the deep silence and peacefulness of the serene place. After what seems like a long time, you come to a beautifully tranquil flowing river. You take a moment to look around. There's a brightness in the air, as if a shower has just passed and the sun is piercing through. Effortlessly, the water trickles by, relaxing you, calming you. You are now cradled in a sense of warm tranquility. This is a place of warmth and safety. As you continue to breathe, allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into the state of tranquil calm, knowing that you are in control at all times. Set the intention to avoid resisting anything that comes your way in this meditation. Your mind might wander temporarily, and that's okay. Just notice when it does, then bring it back. You might even see some things that appear scary at first, yet know, at any time, you have the power simply to bring yourself back to this relaxing, calm place by the river. You're safe here. Now with, and only with your permission, let's take a little journey back in time. A journey into the origins of your pain. This journey begins with looking at some deep, deep-rooted emotions and limiting beliefs. You're now in a safe place to do so. If at any time this exercise feels too intense for you, simply pause, go back to that safe place by the gentle flowing river, or if you'd like to choose a beach setting or any other nature setting that feels happy and safe for you, feel free to do that. Or as another option as we go through this meditation, if the experience feels too intense and traumatic, you can imagine the experience as if you're watching it happen from a third-person perspective. That means as if you're watching it on a TV or movie screen. You're watching it happen from outside of your own perspective, from outside of yourself. So we're going to begin with a deep-seated emotion that might have a very strong hold on your unconscious or your subconscious part of your brain. We're going to first pick the emotion of anger. Now, if there's another or different emotion that's up for you and standing in the forefront, such as frustration or guilt or resentment, and you have some sort of inclination that this might have some contribution to being at the root of your pain, then feel free to substitute the emotion anger with any deep-seated negative emotion that's taking place in your body right now. And maybe it's taking place in your subconscious. So we're going to travel into your subconscious for this meditation. Anger. Is there anywhere in your body that you feel anger right at this very moment? It may be anger towards yourself, anger towards another person, or anger towards somebody or something from the recent past. As you take a moment to think about that person or that episode, notice what happens in your body. Where does the energy of this anger live? Go back in time to when you had a peak experience of this anger. We're so often in life used to running from our negative emotions and trying to distract ourselves from feeling them, or some of us just outright act upon them without thinking about the consequences. Yet for this meditation, I'm going to invite you to do just the opposite. We're going to stay with these uncomfortable feelings and even invite them in even more. We're going to stay with the truth of what is. We're simply going to be with the emotional experience and the sensation that is. Most likely, it's lying right now deep in your subconscious. So where in your body does this anger reside? What does it look like inside of your body? If you were going to give it a color, I know silly as it sounds, but if you were going to give it a color, what color would it be? What's the shape of it? The texture? When you think about this emotion of anger, how does it affect your breathing? How much of your physiology is entrenched in this feeling of anger? Just notice it, like you're doing a meditation on the experience of anger. And if you're having a hard time remembering, then you have to actually go back in time in your memory to when you actually really had this emotion present. Okay, so now we're going to do a little time travel. We're going to go back in time in your memory. Ask yourself, at what age did this anger first occur for me? Now, avoid going into your mind for an answer, because we have different kinds of memories. We have the memory that resides in our mind, but we also have the memory that resides in our emotional state, in our feeling body. So when I ask that question, I'm actually asking for more of the visceral experience. And you could postulate the answer to the next following questions. So use your feeling body as a guide as you ask yourself, at what age did the feeling of anger first begin for me? So it's almost like you're following the thread from the current state of anger or the recent past state of anger to all the way back into your earlier childhood years. Find a familiar feeling flavor. See if you could go back as far as the age of 8 or 7 or 6 or 5. How far back can you, in your imagination, go and see yourself having this experience? Maybe you were even just 1 or 2. Of course, you most likely have no recollection of this time of your life, and that's okay. Just postulate it as if you did know. We have emotional memory of our earliest years, even though the visual and the cognitive memory of it may have faded. So imagine you, the little you at that time. See her having this first experience of anger. Postulate the experience as if you did remember what was going on. So you're basically making it up. All of our deep-seated emotions and reactive patterns form by the time we are 6, 7, or 8. This is the time, our first few years of life, when our brains and nervous systems were most pliable. Now I want you to enter into the body of this little one having this experience of anger. Become the childhood version of yourself. Just become her completely. Leave your own body and enter into hers. And try to get a sense of what is occurring inside and all around you to the best of your ability. Who's there with you? Where are you? What are you doing? What is happening in the world around you? What voices or sounds do you hear? How do you feel inside when you're experiencing this sort of anger? What frightens you the most about this experience? Okay, now I'd like you to step out of that first-person perspective and come back into your own perspective and feel your heart, love, and compassion for this little one experiencing way too much pain for a child of this age. She doesn't deserve to feel this much pain, right? So with your permission, we're going to do an intervention to help this little one out of this situation so that she doesn't have to go through the rest of her life carrying this painful emotion with her. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to enter into this experience with the little one. Find a couch or somewhere comfortable to sit down next to her. Maybe it's the grass. Maybe it's the edge of her bed. There's no limits to your imagination for this visualization. Ask yourself what this little one needs to calm this emotion or this fear. Does she need a hug? To be told everything is going to be okay? To be told you're fine as you are? Or does she need to leave this space, like physically enter into a different, maybe she wants to go into the heavens or the sky or this imaginary world with plants and animals. Whatever she needs, I'd like you to do your best to create that for her. I'd also like you to convey to her the message that don't let what other people around you are doing or saying affect how you feel on the inside, because there's nothing wrong with you. You're a brilliant, fascinating, just gem of a child that we are so honored to have here on this earth with us. And we are so excited to learn and experience the gifts that this one has to bring out into the world. I'd like you to stay there with the little child. After all, this child's so used to being abandoned or left, especially in times of fear and feeling isolated in such experiences. But just for now, stay present with the little one. Help her to feel safe, loved, and supported. See yourself giving the little one just what she needs to feel safe and peaceful. If you're talking to her, talk to her in an age-appropriate way, as if you're talking to a 3 or 4 or 5-year-old. And you could speak to her in your imagination. And if you're unsure how best to help the little one, you could ask her, "How can I help you?" So now, check in. How is the little one doing now? Has this intense emotion of anger dissipated? If not, check in what else she needs to feel more calm and safe in the atmosphere in which she is. Stay with this part of the meditation for as long as you need. And then when it feels like the little one is in a more happy, peaceful place, give her one last deep, loving embrace. Let her know that you are always going to be there with her. You are her companion for life. And whenever she needs, all she needs to do is just call on you and you'll be there. And then give her an option. She could either stay where she is, or she could enter into your body. And if she chooses to enter into your body, create a little home for her, maybe in your heart, in your chest walls. So just take a moment to complete with the little one, either saying goodbye for now or inviting her into your body. And as you complete this part of the meditation, feel the warmth and calm enter into that part of your body which you originally located for this exercise. Imagine the warm color rose entering that space in your body where the anger once resided, filling it with spaciousness, breath, and calm. Reconnect with your body. Notice how your body is feeling now. Does it feel lighter, freer, more spacious? If you're still holding on to any remnants of this emotion, simply let it go. Now I encourage you to repeat the same exercise for different emotions, such as resentments, feeling violated, feeling overwhelmed, etc., etc. Come back into your body and listen to it now. If it's telling you you need to take a break from this meditation, Or if you'd like to practice the same meditation for another emotion, then this is a good time to pause the DVD and proceed to the next section when and only when you feel ready for part 2 of this meditation. The next session can be extremely powerful for many people when they are ready. Changing Belief Meditation Part 2. Imagine blackness out in front of you. All you can see with your eyes closed is blackness, or if you prefer, a dark, midnight blue velvet color. Take a deep, full breath, hold it in for the count of 4, and then exhale through slightly pursed lips for the count of 5. Inhale for the count of 4, and now exhale for the count of 6. Inhale for the count of 4, and now exhale for the count of 7. And one more time, inhale for the count of 4, and now exhale for the count of 8 if you can. Now allow your breath to come and go naturally according to its very own rhythm. Allow your body to relax and become loose and limp. Invite your breath to come into the area of your chest, into your throat area, into your face. Chances are, if you've had pain for a period of time, your breath may be more inhibited in these parts of your body, as well as the backsides as well. So we're going to invite your breath to come up into your chest and the area between your collarbone, just for a few simple breaths. Feeling how your collarbones expand away from one another with the inhale. And on the exhale, they come back towards one another. At first, you might have a tough time bringing your breath up higher, but just simply with your intention, you will eventually be able to. Allow your muscles to relax. Your face, the muscles around your eyes, your jaw, your tongue. How's your tongue held right now? Your shoulder muscles, your thigh muscles, and your ankles and legs, and your toes. Let it all go. Now bring your attention to a golden spot in the center of your head. This is where the seat of your consciousness resides, bringing your mind to a peaceful yet heightened awareness. Acknowledge your connection to the center of the earth. Allow your body to feel supported by the bed or the couch or the earth underneath you. Repeat this mantra to yourself: I am supported. The earth underneath me supports me. Now we're going to take a moment to explore a period of time where our sense of safety felt shaken and new beliefs were formed. We're going to take a moment to explore a time when our sense of safety felt shaken and new beliefs formed. Let's begin by choosing one belief you may still be holding on to this present day somewhere in your subconscious. The belief may sound something like, life is hard, life is difficult, life is filled with struggle, there's never enough, I just can't get ahead, I'm not doing it good enough, I am too much, I'm not enough, others are better than me. Something is wrong with me. Find whichever belief resonates the most with you. It could be one of those or a different one. Just take a moment and reflect upon which belief resonates the most with you right now. And for most of us, we have many self-limiting beliefs that circle in our mind, but just choose one for this exercise. It could be one that you've felt recently or one that you felt really strongly. And this belief most likely is standing in the way of you having what you want in your life. It could be around career or love, or it might even be somewhat indirectly related to your pain. Now, when was the last time you remember believing this belief? Was it this morning as you were making breakfast, yesterday at work? Was it last night when you were trying to fall asleep? When was the last time you remember thinking this belief? Maybe you had a conversation with somebody that triggered it. Now ask yourself the following questions. What does it feel like when I believe this belief? And where does this feeling reside in my body? What's the shape of it inside of my body? The texture? Is the feeling constant or moving, thick or thin? How wide of an area of your body does it encompass? Just go into this belief completely and notice the physiological effects it has on your body. Continue to follow the movement of this belief as it resides inside your body. Now, we're once again going to do a little time travel. So ask yourself this question. When did this belief first come about in my life? And most likely, you won't remember. But I want you to postulate it. Like, what's the first age that just pops up in your mind? Was it 2, 3, 4? Oftentimes, our self-limiting beliefs have been around for as long as we could remember. So don't waste your time trying to remember a time. Just if you were going to guess an age, how old do you think you were when you first experienced this belief? So imagine the little you at that time, experiencing that belief. Who did you learn it from? Was there an experience going on around you, maybe with mom or dad, and you made a certain interaction mean something about yourself? Maybe it was dad who was working busily and he didn't make time for you, and you made it mean something like, I'm unworthy, I'm in the way. Oftentimes our beliefs originate because there's an experience in the universe and we place meaning onto that experience. And that meaning, even though the experiences change, but that meaning stays with us. So once again, witness this little one having this first experience of this limiting belief. Now I'd like you to enter into the experience of this little one completely. See if you could merge your consciousness into the body of this little one. If you could enter into the room that she's in, the body she's in. And just notice what's going on inside your body. How does it feel? What parts of your body are the most hijacked by this belief? And do you feel frozen or do you feel more anxious? How do you defend or act when in the midst of believing this belief? Now, have the present time you look into the eyes of the younger you. And I'm going to ask you this question: is this belief really true? Is this little one really as inadequate as she believes? And as you look into the eyes of the little one, you'll understand that, of course, it's not true. It's a belief this little one formed in regards to the circumstances and the world around him or her. So now ask the present time you what this little one needs around this particular belief to feel better inside. Does she need a hug? Does she need to be told everything's going to be okay? To be told you're fine as you are. Don't let what those other people do or say affect how you feel on the inside, because they don't know what they're talking about. They're dealing with their own pains. Now be creative. Now be as creative as you'd like with this one. But just stick with this dialogue between the present time you and the younger you, where your intention is to first to be in rapport with the little one, and secondly, to provide him exactly what she needs in order to feel safe, secure, and loved, and to realize that that belief really wasn't true in the first place. So you could do an action with the little one, you could take her into your safe space, or you could speak to her in words in which she'll understand. Go ahead and check in. How's the little one doing now? Is there anything else she needs? You could pause this meditation if you need some time more, and stay with the little one for as long as it takes, letting her know you're not abandoning her. You're going to be there with her like her best friend, because you do love her. And this feeling of love, safety, and belonging is something that she very rarely felt. And that's not right, because she deserved it all. She deserved to feel safe. She deserved to feel loved. And she deserved to feel like there was a place for her in this time and space. So when you come to a place of resolution with the little one, it's time to say goodbye. But it's not goodbye forever, it's just a goodbye for now. So give her one last hug, reassuring her that you're always going to be there with her. Anytime she needs some help, you'll be there. And complete any last contract or however you want to complete this interaction with the little one. If you want to invite the little one into your body, feel free to go ahead and do that. And feel her finding a safe and secure home inside of your body. And anytime you feel this limiting belief inside you, just know it's a little one that's acting up and feeling scared or fearful. It's up to you to reassure the little one that it's going to be okay, that that belief is actually untrue. And from now into the future, it's up to you to continue to create evidence for how that's not true, and just the opposite is actually true, that you're actually an amazing, wonderful, fascinating human being that deserves everything. You deserve to have love. You deserve to be in a career that really suits you, that brings you joy and happiness. You deserve to wake up every day with a glowing smile on your face and the energy to be your best and highest version of yourself. And you deserve to go through your life making a difference in the world. And knowing that because of you, the world is a much better and different place to live in now. So now I'd like you to take a leap forward in time, forward to the next time a situation happens, where in the past you may have believed this old belief. But with this renewed learning and exciting shifts that are occurring inside of you right now, you have more freedom around making other choices. And how is it you will respond in such a situation now? In a brief moment, we're going to end this meditation. Yet when we end and you open your eyes, it will be like you're seeing the world through new eyes, as if you were a child reborn. You might notice that your peripheral vision even widens. Yet before you do, take another moment to come inside of yourself and appreciate yourself for doing this extraordinarily amazing, difficult work. But you did it. You've really committed to yourself and to those around you to make a difference, first in yourself and then in the world. So give yourself a congratulations and a big pat on your back for your dedication. And now say hello to the rivers of energy beginning to flow through your body, to the ebb and flow of your breath continuing to circulate throughout your limbs, throughout your torso, to every cell in your body, and then back to your lungs to be nourished with oxygen, and then pumped through your heart back to your body once again. This healing that you have so wonderfully performed here today will allow new neuronal connections to form and replicate as you sleep peacefully through the night tonight. And your work for now is complete. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Enter back into your body. Feel the seat or the bed which you're on. Feel your support from underneath you. Become aware of the room you're in right now. And increase clarity in your vision and in your mind. And the increase in your peripheral vision as well. And when you're ready, come up and go for a little walk and enjoy the rest of your day.